Hey everyone, it's Lorena with That's Normal. I'm here with Mark Bianculli, who is the creative executive producer. Is that right?
Right, yeah, creator,
On
writer, EP, any
okay,
title.
on Lincoln, which comes out in January, and I just wanted to ask you, about. I'm a writer myself, so I wanted to kind of get into the structural choices you made. We saw the clips, and it looks like you used. Kind of the graphic element and then some flashbacks, graphic being the screens,
Yes.
and the body cam on Amelia Sachs' character. Can you tell us about like what led you to those choices and how they're going to work to drive the narrative?
Well, obviously, I think baked into the premise of the show, you need to have a show that can be all in one apartment, and so we wanted to get out both in flashbacks and when Amelia's out in the field. So we have to double up on certain scenes, filming them when they're communicating to each other in the field, and then we wanted to have a play along quality with. That's why you see things in his mind and what it's like for a person who has nothing to do but sit or lay and think about crime all the time. Like, what's the process? What's the Rolodex that flips in his head when he does those genius Sherlock Holmes thoughts? So that's why we had those visual aspects, but also, his partner's out in the field, and it's a push and pull relationship because she's running around being his eyes and ears and arms and legs, but she's not just this empty vessel for his thoughts. I mean, she's this person with not only her own expertise, but the own things she wants to do, and then he can't just control her. So there's a fun push and pull they have as characters, and that's what we wanted to write into.
Awesome. You guys have referenced Sherlock a lot.
Yeah.
Have you been reading any Sherlock along with the actual Bone Collector series, or?
I just love Sherlock Holmes ever since I was a kid, and I know it's been done a million times, and everybody does their cover of that jazz standard, and I guess this would be ours. But with every Holmes and Watson paradigm, what we liked about this one was that there is no Sherlock is like Mozart, really. He's this super genius that knows everything, and we wanted ours character to be that knowledge to be hard earned. He was that way because he studied compulsively. He's not just a genius who knows everything. And Amelia, his counterpart, is somebody who works extra hard because she has disadvantages and her own mental conditions and traumas. And so we wanted our characters to have adversity and overcome things instead of just being superheroes. And that's what was interesting to us about it.
Okay. The theme you said, you guys kind of repeated, was that the broken take care of the broken. How is that going to show through Amelia and Lincoln's relationship as the show progresses?
Yes, and while I think also that everybody's broken is really the secret to the show. It's like the twist ending is that we all have our own problems, and it's not about being physically broken or mentally broken. It's just that we all have wounds and adversities and obstacles to overcome, and I think sometimes they aren't even the ones we think they are. And so our two characters meet each other at very vulnerable points in their lives, and they start needing each other at first out of utility, I guess you could say, but then they start to realize that they each have a blind spot that the other one fills greatly, and together they can combine to be the super detective they both should be to stop this one super villain. And once they do that, they actually realize that they're partners and have solved a lot of problems that they didn't even think they had, and that's what we thought was nice and poetic about it.